OK. To load in the sketch, go to File, Place, and then browse through your computer until you found the file. Select it and then click OK. Because it is in an A4 file as the Illustrator canvas is, all we need to do is move the sketch file into the artboard frame. Now let's take a look at the tools we will be using for the line art. First off is the pen tool. This one will allow us to create very clean lines, sharp edges, and perfectly shaped curves. We'll mostly use this tool on the characters. Next up is the pencil tool. We will be using this one a lot. The entire background's line art will be made with this tool since it allows for a more organic aspect than the pen tool, which is great since we will be drawing trees. We will also be using the paintbrush tool. This is on the characters as well. This will mostly be used on the hair as the paintbrush tool allows for different stroke weights in the lines itself, which is great on a feature such as hair. Along with these tools, we'll be using the stroke panel to change the weight, caps, and corners. For the base colors, we will be using live paint. I'll be explaining it in more detail once we start using it, but it is honestly pretty simple. Once you've created your line art, which in this video I am showing through the shape of a stroke rectangle, you select the shape, go into Object, Live Paint, Make, and then use the Live Paint bucket tool with a fill color rather than a stroke color to fill in the selection. For the shading and highlights, we will be using the paintbrush tool and play around a lot with the blending modes and opacity levels, which you can access via the transparency panel. We will also be using a blur effect to help create deeper contrast and highlights where needed. This is very simple to use as after you've created a shape, you select it, go into Effects, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and then you can check the Preview option first to test the radius before applying the effect on the shape. And those are the tools we will be using in Illustrator. In the next video, we will be creating the background line art. Thank you for listening. Hey everyone, and welcome to Mastering Fantasy Design with Poser and Illustrator.